Some things in this world are better left unsaid. Throughout human history, great empires and rulers have fallen because of their obsession with material wealth. A wise person lives by wisdom, not by gold. Luxury and riches can vanish in an instant due to market fluctuations, disasters, theft, and so on. So detach yourself from material things to find happiness. Be ready to lose your wealth calmly if that's what fate has in store for you. And don't give in to the urge to brag about your valuable possessions. It creates envy in others and leads to dissatisfaction in society because people are obsessed with wealth. It's better to be content with just the essentials rather than endlessly accumulating more. Focus on developing your character and intellect instead of inflating your lifestyle. Using wealth ethically shows wisdom and compassion. True wealth brings lasting satisfaction that doesn't rely on external circumstances. In conversations, try to keep this in mind. Enrich minds and lives instead of showing off. Wise people tend to downplay their wealth and emphasize that it's better to use it. They get that true satisfaction comes from within and helping others, not just from material things. Follow their lead and steer clear of excessive chatter about possessions or other people's flaws and mistakes. As Marcus Aurelius advised, focus on today and don't get hung up on what others do wrong. In the end, it's not productive. We're all imperfect and make mistakes along the way. Nobody becomes virtuous overnight. Instead of harsh judgment, let's try to understand why people sometimes act clumsily or harmfully. Often, it's tied to past traumas, fears, or being manipulated by misinformation. With compassion, we remember this only by the grace of God. So channel your energy into working hard to cultivate wisdom, ethics, and excellence in your own life. Set a good example. Actions speak louder than words. Instead of complaining about things outside your control, like when people act wrongly, respond with patience and rational persuasion rather than reactive anger. We're here to support each other in growth and learning at every step. Stoics understand our shared human flaws. When you judge or insult others, you're basically highlighting that, from their perspective, you probably look just as imperfect. Stay humble, even if you're not perfect. It's good to have open discussions about ethics and how we can all improve, especially among colleagues. But gossiping and blowing up each other's flaws without context only creates negative vibes. So, steer clear of that. Your ambitious plans and desires are just that. Ambitious plans and desires. As Epictetus advised, don't betray your dreams about what you don't have. Instead, count your blessings and remember how much you'd long for them if they weren't yours. It's best to keep any lofty goals or hopes to yourself until you actually make them happen. Stay disciplined and avoid feeding your pride with plans that might not pan out. Let your actions and completed tasks speak for themselves. Focus on virtues like wisdom, compassion, and inner growth, rather than craving external rewards like fame, status, or wealth. The real joy comes from living right, not from applause. Stay fully present and grateful. In your life, focus on doing your small responsibilities diligently and energetically. A good life is built on little moral steps, not on distant fame. Of course, share your plans and encourage those close to you who support your growth and hold you accountable. But don't fall for the bigger temptation of vanity by promising too much. If complaints or issues come your way, let them pass unnoticed, like a natural outcome of your principles and physical pleasures. They say to keep conversations about physical pleasures to a minimum. As Epictetus said, limit your enjoyment of bodily pleasures so you don't get too caught up in them. Talking too much about appetites related to sex, relaxation, and other sensual pleasures can make those fleeting desires stronger. Wise people stay away from short-term pleasures, focusing instead on moderation and self-discipline when enjoying any legitimate sensual pleasures. Don't let them tempt you into excess. Enjoy life's pleasures with a calm mind and self-control, but then focus on living your life purposefully. Instead, channel your energy into developing virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and self-restraint. These bring true happiness that's not reliant on outside circumstances, unlike fleeting pleasures that lure you in like sirens. Always strive to master your desires rather than letting them control you due to lack of self-discipline. Keep your passions in check. Don't let them take over. Dictate your thoughts and actions. Keep your mind sovereign. Sure, there's a time for light-hearted fun with loved ones, but overall, stay focused on your higher goals and behavior. Don't trade long-term satisfaction for fleeting pleasures that vanish like mist in the sunlight. Strive to inspire others in your speech to live rationally, ethically, and purposefully. Elevate the conversation above constant cravings and turn it into a rich exchange of ideas. The challenges you face, stand strong. It's advisable not to dwell too much on the difficulties and problems you face. As Marcus Aurelius said, the art of living is more like a struggle than a dance. Challenges are unavoidable, and facing them with calmness and resilience can often lead to exaggerated negativity that affects your own mind and those around you. Try to look at difficulties from a broader perspective. See trials and pain as opportunities to showcase and strengthen virtues like courage, fairness, patience, and wisdom. Overcoming challenges builds character and leadership qualities. Face challenges with dignity and self-control. Don't share the details of your struggles with others unless it's necessary. Keep your composure and tackle difficulties rationally without seeking comfort. Of course, reach out for support from loved ones when you really need it. Growth comes from properly learning tough lessons. Reflect on each challenge to understand what it reveals about life and yourself. Keep pushing through the darkest nights to see the light. The coming dawn is here, so don't stop practicing. You'll stay grounded through life's ups and downs. Don't get too puffed up from praise or deflated by criticism. Be like the eye of a hurricane, focused within while the storms rage outside. Take challenges with a philosophical mindset to grow. Your accomplishments and honors should remind you not to brag too much about what you've done. As they say, true joy isn't about truce. Stay humble even in the face of great achievements and steer clear of arrogance and pride. Success and talents are often thanks to the help of others, luck and nature's blessings, not just our own greatness. No one achieves success alone. Share any prosperity you have. Use your achievements as a chance to uplift society and improve the lives of others. Wealth might come, but strive for excellence for its own sake, not for status. Take external validation as a reason to be more responsible, not to be proud. Achievements come with their own responsibilities. Keep using your gifts wisely and stay humble as you work towards mastery. Take a moment to pause and reflect, but keep pushing yourself to improve and go beyond your past achievements. Yesterday's victories mean nothing if you don't build on them. Of course, celebrate your progress and allow yourself some satisfaction, but don't get hung up on past accolades and trophies. Real joy comes from doing the right things, not from complaints, gossip, or rumors. Don't get caught up in mindless gossip. As Marcus Aurelius advised, resist the urge to let your tongue spread nonsense. Empty chatter about others distracts you from your goals. Don't fixate on petty comments and rumors. Make sure your words are positive, helpful, and responsible. Ask yourself not just if it's true, but if it's good. Steer conversations towards meaningful topics like ethics, nature, education, and how to make a positive impact in the world. Get inspired, and if you need to, talk openly about problems and even shortcomings to improve your community, but skip the unnecessary drama and scandal. Speak with nuance, context, and compassion. Empty gossip just distracts from the goal and creates dissatisfaction by exaggerating flaws without fixing them. The more we dwell on the negatives, the gloomier life feels. Focus on how we communicate and elevate your opinions. don't get caught up in things that don't suit our shared interests. Divine speech lifts everyone up. When it comes to the unfairness of fate, it's best not to dwell too much on the seeming injustices of life. As Epictetus said, events unfold not according to our hopes and timelines. Complaining about injustices beyond your control only brings new troubles. You can't dictate reality beyond external conditions. So don't waste your energy on endless complaints about difficulties and misfortunes that can't be changed. The past is set in stone. Channel your energy into responding with wisdom and virtue when facing challenges. Look for chances to show courage, fairness, and transcendence in your goals. Take the right actions to improve what you can and accept the rest with practice. Stay calm through the ups and downs you can't control. Don't get caught up in bad luck or take good fortune personally. Go with the flow of events as they come. Of course, try to correct injustice, but don't get hung up on things you can't change. In tough times, look for meaning and growth instead of just finding someone or something to blame. Suffering is part of life, and how you respond to it defines who you are. Don't weigh others down by fixating on unfairness. When challenges come your way, meet them with self-control, a positive attitude, and determination to shine your light. Your behavior matters. Be brave and uphold your morals. It's best to avoid constant worrying about death and mortality. As Seneca said, let's prepare our minds for it. At the very end of life, let's not put anything off. Death is always around, giving life a sense of purpose. Set your priorities straight. The inevitability of death should motivate you to use your time wisely, but getting too fixated on it can create a painful fear that distracts you from your goals. Accept the uncertainty of death calmly. You can't escape it. Live each day as if it's your last. Don't wait to express love, forgiveness, go on adventures, or enjoy creative joys. Treat your time as precious. Make the most of the moments you have. Be ready for the end by sorting out your affairs, mending relationships, and fulfilling your potential. Don't cling to life when your time has passed. Embrace the unknown. Sure, take sensible precautions and steer clear of unnecessary risks, but don't let the fear of death define you. You can find meaning in life by accepting it, rather than hiding from death. Remember, death gives context to what truly matters right here and now. Prioritize what's important, make the most of your time, and invest in this fleeting existence. Life is a gift, and there's so much more to give. The future can be daunting, so don't get too caught up in overthinking or stressing about what's ahead. As Marcus Aurelius said, look within. That's where the good stuff is, and it'll always be there if you dig deep. It's natural to think about the future and make sensible plans, but obsessing over controlling the outcomes only leads to anxiety because we can't predict what's coming. Live this day with purpose, wisdom, and service. The present moment is the only time that's truly in your control. Make the most of it now. Sure, prepare for what's coming, but don't let memories and dreams get in the way of your current responsibilities. Keep things in perspective. When you catch yourself worrying about the future or getting lost in interactions, remember to greet every minute with the awareness that it's here. That's how you build a life full of meaning. Just trust that if you align your character and behavior with timeless virtues, you'll be ready for whatever life throws at you. Don't stress out those around you with unnecessary worries about hypotheticals. Get inspired by these Stoic lessons that resonate with you today, and don't hesitate to start a Stoic discussion. After all, that's what great Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca recommended. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want more content like this, subscribe and hit the bell. Thanks for watching, and as always, I hope you find peace and calm in Stoic way.